Hey guys, what is going on? Summer Jeronimo here. I am just getting in. I was just at the airport and thought I'd bring you along with me because you can prospect kind of like anywhere you go. And so I met a lady when I was there and I just wanted to share with you how it all went down. So if you're just popping on, love to say hello. I'm just getting ready to bounce here. What's up, Vanessa? How are you? Hey, Porfirio. How you doing? What's going on, Hector? Where are you guys coming in from? Go ahead and drop it down below so I can give you a shout out. Great to see you all. Hey, Juan Carlos. Mario, what's going on? So, I was just leaving the airport a little bit ago, and I am a big believer that, if there are people out and about, why not say hi, right? There's people everywhere. And so I'm just going to share with you kind of how, a real life prospecting scenario goes down, how simple it is, how easy it is, and how you can do it too the next time you are really anywhere. Anywhere there's people. Hey, Miss Doris. How are you, my dear? Where you coming on from? Thanks for the love. Thanks for the hearts. Ide, great to see you. Who else do we have? Go ahead and drop where you coming in from down below. If you are watching on the replay, you can drop a hashtag replay. Everyone on with me live. Great to see you all. Brianda, how are you? So let's talk about this. If you are in network marketing, this is for you. If you have been the type of person that wants to know how to meet new people, how to connect with new people, then that's what we're talking about, because it's something that I do it all the time, and it's kind of like breathing. I don't know, it kind of comes naturally after a while. And so there's a lot of people that they want to learn how to do that. And so I'm going to just share with you kind of, what this last experience was like, and how you can kind of hear just how simple it is so that you can do it too the next time you're out and about and you meet someone and you want to build your business. What's up, Mr. Ezvas? Great to see you. All right, so let's talk about it. Have you ever tried prospecting before? If you have tried prospecting before, let me know. You can drop it down in the comment section and just put, yes, or you can put, I've done prospecting. Let me know. What's up, Joe? Hey, Miriam, how are you? Hi, Myra, great to see you. So what's prospecting and how does it work exactly? Well, we all meet people all of the time, and it's natural to want to share our business, but sometimes people are not quite sure how to start. So if you have been in network marketing for any length of time, you probably talk to the people you know, but what about the people that you don't know? That supply is, there's no limit, right? There's millions and millions of people, and many of them are looking for an opportunity to improve their health or their finances, or, they're looking for your product, right? And so it's just up to you to say hello and make that connection. What's up, Oscar? Great to see you. Great to spend some time with you guys this weekend. And so how do you do it? How does it go down, and what actually happens? Well, you got to start by saying hi, right? You got to start with a conversation. And so I was at the airport, just doing a couple of things there, heading out, and I actually ended up meeting a lady. We just started talking. She was in town, visiting here in Houston, and I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. Were you here, hanging out with friends? Are we here working? And, we kind of came around to what she did. Now, if you've not done much prospecting before, that's kind of one of the core things that you want to, it will help you because it relates to business, right? What's up, Christine? How are you? Hey, Kevin, Suzette. Guys, where you coming on from? Where are you coming on from tonight? So, I always kind of like to bring the conversation around to what do they do? So I ask her, I'm like, hey, so what do you do? She's like, oh, I'm in real estate development. I'm like, oh, no kidding. I used to do that too in my other life, right? So I said, oh, really? Is that something like, do you work for a company or is this like your own business? And she's like, oh, well, it's a family business and, we've been doing it for a while. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. Well, you sound like you're very entrepreneurial. She's like, oh, yes, I am. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, well, are you the kind of girl you're pretty, dialed in and focused on what you're doing, or do you keep your options open for other things outside of real estate? She's like, oh yeah. And she started telling me the other ventures that she had going on. I said, oh, okay, perfect. I said, well, I have a business. Right now we're expanding, and kind of shared with her a little bit of what it was about. And I said, hey, if you're open, love to talk more about it with you later. She's like, yeah, let's talk. So that's how simple it is. And then if you meet people like that, like this is at the airport, but you could meet people at the grocery store. You can meet people when you are going out to eat. You can meet people when you're standing in line, going to go to the movies. I mean, there are literally people everywhere. And so like, if you're going to be there anyways, why miss the opportunity, right? To grow your business while you're out and about. Hey, Amy, how are you? Great to see you. Ida, you're here in Houston. Oh, wonderful. How about, who else do we have on? Where are you at? Where are you coming in from? Now, I'm curious, everybody that we have on, have you done prospecting before? If you have, go ahead and drop a 1. If prospecting is like maybe something that's new to you and you haven't done much of it, go ahead and drop a 2 there. What's up, Miss Angie? I got Idaho in the house. Hey, Katura, how are you? So I just kind of shared for everybody that's just jumping on. Okay, so Sylvia says 1. Okay, so Sylvia, you're a prospector. Amy's a prospector. Okay, perfect. Who else? Who else do we have? What about you guys? Gary, what's up, big dog? Are you in Florida or where are you coming in from? Hey, Lynette, I got Vancouver, Washington. Awesome. Okay, Belinda from Cali. Cool. So guys, Lynette, Belinda, what do you guys do? Do you prospect? If you do, drop a 1. If you have not done much prospecting, drop a 2. So I just kind of shared with you guys like my prospecting experience, and you know, I do it all the time. It's kind of like second nature, right? But do you have any questions? Any questions on, you know, maybe a certain scenario, or what do you say? You know, one of my favorite lines that I like to use is, you know, number 1, bring it around to what do they do? Oh, so what do you do? You know, just really simple, really easy. Shauna, all right. New to prospecting? Not yet. Doris, not yet. Okay, cool. I remember, you know, when I first got started, I'm going to date myself for a minute here. I remember when I first got started, this was years ago, and my husband and I were working with a company that started with an A, probably one of the oldest companies around, Amway. And we would go out and we would literally prospect. Like, we would make a point to prospect every night from 5 to 10. This was like a gazillion years ago, right? And that's how we learned how to prospect. And because we did it, because we were so hungry, because we wanted to grow, and we knew that like our current sphere of people that we had wasn't getting the job done. Like, we were not going to the top with that current sphere, right? That we had to meet some new people. And we're talking like pre-social media, like that didn't even exist then, right? And so that's what we did. And because we did it so much, like literally 5 days a week for like a year, we got to where like we would just do it all the time, and it just was like, it became something that we did automatically. All right, I want to get better prospecting in public. Yes, absolutely. You know, okay, so let's talk about a couple of distinctions, some things that will help you when you are wanting to prospect. So, you know, normally you want to start off by obviously having a conversation. And a lot of times when you are talking to people, sometimes you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to prospect this person. And they're not ready for you. Okay. Like, they are just not ready for you. And if that's the case, that's okay. Like, and what I mean by that is like, you say hi and they're like, huh. Like, they give you the cold shoulder, or like they're not super responsive, right? If that's the case, that's okay. It's not of your making. You had nothing to do with it. Like, they didn't know you were going to prospect them, right? So just be willing to like throw the ball out there, and just like, oh, if you're standing in line, talk to the person in front. If they're not really warm and friendly, you just like turn to the person behind you, right? So it's really simple. And then like, you want to just get the conversation going, right? Hey, it doesn't matter what you talk about. You could talk about the weather. You could talk about the line you're standing in. You could talk about anything. Does not matter. What's up, Kay? Oh, superstar alert. Everyone say hello to Kay. This guy is a online marketing master. You need to learn something about that, you hit him up. Great to see you, man. What's up, Rob? How are you? Yes, you're not a real network marketer until you've prospected someone at the airport. Yes, it's true. It's true. Okay, so like, how do you do it, right? So you got to get the conversation going. you just gotta, if they're warm and friendly, perfect, awesome. If they're not, it's okay. Then what I like to do is kind of bring it around a business somehow. Now, a lot of times if you ask somebody, if you are at the airport and that's your thing, right? You can say, what were you doing? Where did you go? Are you just coming in? Are you leaving? Like, just talk, right? And then at some point you're gonna say, so what do you do, right? And they're gonna tell you. They're gonna be like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I have a business, or whatever it is. And from there, you're gonna kind of determine, hey, is this person like a business savvy person, like the lady that I talked to, right? Real estate developer, like, okay, probably an A player. But like, let's say you talk to someone and they're not business savvy, and so you're kind of like, well, do I lead with a business or do I lead with my product, right? I'm just gonna tell you straight up, that is something that you have to use your wisdom and your discernment, right? Like, I believe that God gives us wisdom, right? It says in his word, like, if anybody lacks wisdom, just ask for it, right? And he'll give you liberally, right? And so like, you have to use your wisdom and discernment. If you're there with somebody and you're like thinking, I don't know if the business route is going to be the best thing, then maybe segue with your product or your service or whatever it is that you have. If on the other hand, you're like, okay, this person is definitely all about the business, or they're all about, the hustle, they like to make extra money, that type of thing, then what I like to do is I'll kind of like throw out a compliment. Like, you seem like, you're super savvy, or you seem like a lot of fun to work with, or something like that. Like, drop a compliment that's real, that's genuine. Like, if it's fake, it ain't gonna fly, right? Because people can smell when you're not being genuine. So, you just say something nice like that, and then just say, hey, I'm just curious. This is like kind of random, way out in left field, but right now I'm expanding my business, right? So you drop the compliment, you kind of let them know you're going to ask them like a weird question, or kind of say something that maybe they're not expecting. Then you're going to prospect them. Hey, you might say, I'm just expanding my business right now. I'm just curious, do you happen to keep your options open for other ways of making money outside of what you do? Or you may say like, hey, like with this lady I was talking to earlier, I said my segue with her was, you seem like you're really entrepreneurial, right? So that's like my thermometer read. And she's like, oh, yes, I am. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just curious. Do you keep your options open for other things outside of real estate? She's like, oh, yes, I do. I'm like, oh, perfect. Then we can talk, right? And so that's kind of the 1, 2, 3s on prospecting. And then from there, you definitely want to get their contact info. So, if you have your phone handy, bust it out and just say, oh, perfect. I know you got to run and so do I. What's the best way to stay in touch with you? And open it to where you put a contact in and hand it to them. And they will know what to do. They will know like, oh, okay, I'm going to enter my information here. And you want to make sure that you're getting their phone number, right? Like, email is cool, social media is cool, but like text is really, I think they say 98% of text are opened within like 5 minutes. So text is a good way to go. So get their text, get their phone number, and then from there you follow up and share with them what you have. So that's it, my friend. Those are the 1, 2, 3s on how simple it is to meet people when you are out and about. And I'll tell you, like, over my life in network marketing, we've moved so many times and we've done a lot of different things that prospecting was like a staple for us to grow our business. Like, we're blessed because today that we have over 50,000 distributors in our organization, but there were certain things that we did day in and day out to be successful, to build that team, right? And so if you like to learn, like, okay, I want to get my first 100, or I want to get my first 200, or my first 1,000 people on my team, what do I need to do that? Then I have something that will help you out. I put together something called my DMO worksheet. It stands for Daily Method of Operation, my DMO worksheet. And this basically is like, what did I do every day to make it rain? What did I do to crush it in business and to get a team to where, it's not just, 1 or 2 people making money, but thousands of people making money, right? And so if that's something that you would like, you're like, all right, I'm ready to do that too, then I will drop that here in the description once we jump off. And basically you'll click on that link, it'll take you off of Facebook, enter your email, and it will give you this access to the worksheet. And it's a PDF. You can download it, use it, print it, and you can use it with your organization too. So that's my free gift to you, and I hope you guys got some value out of this. Thank you, Kenny and Cheryl. I I appreciate it. I'm glad this was helpful. Feel free to share this with your team if this was something that you're like, hey, we need more people prospecting out and about. Feel free to share the replay and you can pass this along. So Suzette, oh, awesome. Glad you guys liked it. So until next time, my friend, go out there, live your life to the full. Conquer your fears, and let's go get everything that God has in store for you. Take care, my friend, and I'll see you all next time.